I work out about 3 times a week minimum despite having no energy or stamina to work out about a year ago, and this is the routine that changed it all for me. So grab a little coffee and a warm blanket because we're gonna have a little chat today. Yeah, so part of it is finding a rhythm and all that stuff, but it won't work if you don't make it fun for yourself. So this doesn't mean no discipline, it just means creating at least a routine around it so it makes you want to do it again and then eventually create the habit over time. You've tapped on this video, so congratulations. Welcome to the corner of YouTube where we cultivate our productivity with Christ by our side, and this is part 2 of a series I am calling Temple Therapy, where we talk all things skincare and exercise and sleep and everything in between. So I'm really excited that you're here. Here are some things that help me want to work out again. Number 1 is doing it outside and enjoying God's creation. This is only in the summer when it's really, really hot and I get free hot Pilates, basically. Number 2 is finding a familiar routine where you know what you're getting yourself into every single time you work out. There's like a vibe, a space that you set for yourself where you know, okay, when I work out, this is my pre-workout routine, this is my post-workout routine, so you have that familiarity. And number 3 is remembering how good you feel afterwards. Some days this is the only thing that motivates me to actually work out, just knowing that I'm gonna have so much energy and then I'm gonna feel so good after I'm done. Personally, these are all things that have helped me continue to work out for about a year. So basically, since post-grad, I just got this burst of energy to want to work out and eat well, and I kind of used these tips to kind of help me continue that and not let it just be like an era of me getting excited to do all these things, because I knew that I was gonna drop off and I wasn't gonna continue to do it if I didn't set these things for myself. So take this with a grain of salt, except for the scriptures. Okay, so going back to those original pillars, what made me want to work out? Number 1 is curating the space or environment around your workouts. So creating a space for working out, especially if you're not in the mood or don't want to do it, really changes how enticing it might be if it's easily accessible for you. So for example, is it easy to take out your mat? Do you have it stored away somewhere in a closet? Like, is it hard for you to get it? Do you have to lay it out before you work out, or lay out your clothes before you work out so it's a lot more enticing to start to work out right now? Do you have to drive somewhere, go to the gym or a nearby park? How do you motivate yourself to do that? Maybe start working out at home. Maybe that's easier for you. Like, everybody is different. You know yourself, so find a way that you know it might be a little bit more enticing for you. So like I mentioned earlier, environment is everything too. So for example, it's probably more enticing to shower if you have some essential oils and a cozy shower lamp than if you don't have those things. This is why I love working out outside, because I just love seeing the birds of the air and the trees rustling. It just resets my day completely and it de-stresses my morning, especially if I'm gonna have a busy day. It's also great in the afternoons after a busy day of working, where you just get to de-stress and decompress and relax. I love this verse. I already mentioned it in the previous video, but I'm gonna mention it again. It's Matthew 6:26. Look at the birds of the air. They neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not more value than they? And which of you, by being anxious, can add a single hour to his span of life? He gave you a functioning body to work out and to enjoy nature outside. I think it's really, really important to look at our heart posture and just have this sense of gratitude for every single thing that we get to do with our hands and with our feet. So this just gives me so much peace and it completely resets my day. Again, it's just like a free hot Pilates class where people go into a room. It's like these red hot heat lamps. They go in there, it's like 80, 85 degrees, and they do Pilates and come out like sweating profusely. And I just feel like you can do it for free. Just put on some sunscreen, do it under the shade, like don't get burnt. But I think it's a great way to sweat a little more than if I was gonna do it inside. Let me know if you guys like this format for a vlog where I do the voiceover over some clips that I got. I haven't done one of these in a while, so let me know also if it still works for you. If you like to like put it on as a podcast, I can make other styles of content if there's another way that you enjoy it. Number 2, finding a familiar routine. So after 21 days, something becomes a habit. If you create something like, okay, Monday is arm day, Wednesday is abs, Friday cardio, just like those basic 3 times a week workouts, this can give you some structure to work with from the very beginning. So the most important thing that has helped me personally is to instantly make a pre and post workout routine. And I'm putting routine in air quotes right now because it doesn't really have to be super elaborate, but it needs to have something in place. So for example, My own little pre-workout routine is taking a pre-workout. The first thing that you put in your stomach really affects how your cravings are throughout the day. So I really want to set the tone with something detoxy or refreshing. I like to do these ginger turmeric shots in the morning. They're really, really great. I don't do them in the morning, like I have them pre-made, but I take them in the morning. And if some days I work out in the afternoon, then I take them in the afternoon. But it has turned into a habit now, and I love it, and I feel like it just really refreshes me and it kickstarts my day. Like if I'm asleep and I work out in the morning, taking one of these definitely wakes me up. I go outside and I just sit down and I listen to the birds and I just relax for a little while. I take about a minute or two. I maybe do a little prayer and I just stay in the moment, and I kind of take that time to just reset my brain to start this next task. Everything can be really chaotic in the morning or in the afternoon after a busy work day, and so just taking like a minute or two to just quiet your mind and just listen to the birds for a second is just a complete perfect little segue to just start working out or start doing something else. So what does this look like for you as a pre-workout routine? So maybe you like to do a little smoothie and store it in the fridge so that after you work out you have a little treat for yourself. Or maybe this is the first and only time in your day where you get to relax, and so you just kind of put on your shoes, not in a hurry. You kind of get ready to work out and be in the moment and not try to think about work or anything else. Or you can just lay flat on your mat and just relax and pray for a little bit and just take that time to kind of just reset your brain. It doesn't have to be super crazy, like I said, but it's just something to have and to look forward to that you know you're gonna do every single time before you work out. So now you have something set for yourself to tell your body like, okay, it's time to work out now because we're doing X, Y, and Z. Just remember this, you need to look forward to doing this first step. So ask yourself, what would I want to look forward to before I work out, or something tiny that I can do as a reward for myself. I'm here watching a very old Claudia Sulewski workout that I used to do a long time ago and that I wanted to pick back up again. It's like 6 years old, but I love it, and it's an example of just making it fun for myself. Yes, I work out at home. This is what works for me. So maybe if you need to even set things up for yourself, like I said earlier in the video, like laying out your clothes or laying out the mat. Proverbs 21:25. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. And it hurts me to read this verse, but this is the verse that I read when I'm lazy and I don't want to do anything or I have no motivation. This especially includes working out because that's the majority of the things that I don't have motivation for, but because I've built it in as a habit and I know this verse convicts me every single time I read it, it's really, really important for me. Like, no, I really should work out. Even if I just walk for a little bit, it's probably for the best. So having diligence means careful and persistent work or effort. So specifically intentional work. Persistence is having like that ability to come back and come back and come back and do it again. But careful persistence is making sure that every single time we do come back, it's for a reason and it's intentional. So make sure that when you're diligent, you have that intentionality other than just working out to work out and not really putting in the effort, like taking that time to like, okay, what can I actually do to better myself? I'm not going to just take a walk every single time. Like, can I push myself? Can I do something different today? So having the diligence is really, really important. And going back to another Proverbs 6:10 through 11. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and want like an armed man. So no comment needs to be said by this verse. It always convicts me every single time I snooze the alarm. That verse goes into my head. It's just like, just a little bit of sleep, just a little bit of slumber. Nope. We need to get up. We need to do our things. Be responsible. I know that will please the Lord. So I'm going to switch now to the post-workout routine. So since I work out at home, I take this opportunity that I feel great and motivated after I work out, and I do the rest of my house chores. So I do like one half of it in the morning before I work out after my Devo time, and then I will work out and then continue to do things at home because I have that energy, especially things that make me have to move around a lot. So if I have a little bit of more sweat to break, I can do that. So like taking out the trash, mopping the floors, anything that would just help me stop sweating because I don't want to shower and still be sweating. In a way, I am trying to forcefully motivate myself into doing the rest of the house chores. So if I want to finish the house chores, then I have to work out. and I kind of like trick my brain into like, no, if you want to finish that, you have to go work out for a second, or at least take a walk or something. So creating this structure enticed me to even start working out and to continue to do so after the rush of being post-grad and wanting to be my healthiest. So also after a shower and eating something, it just feels so rewarding to know that you moved your body and now you're ready to tackle the day, which leads me to number 3, how energized I feel afterwards. Sometimes this is the only thing that gets me to work out, is just knowing how I'm gonna feel after I'm done. I have a busy day and I know that it's just gonna feel 10 times more rewarding that after a long busy day I can still be like, and I still worked out in the morning. Knowing that I felt accomplished and energized after some days, that is what gets me over the slump. So weirdly, this is usually on days that I'm either really busy or not doing anything at all. So if I'm really busy, I want to keep doing those productive things. And if I'm not busy at all, it does the complete opposite. Like I use it as a motivator to be like, okay, if I work out, I'm going to feel 10 times more motivated to actually do something today. So let me at least go work out. It is no surprise to anyone that you feel your brain more engaged on your tasks after working out for the day. So just going out on a walk, or just taking a breather from working at your desk, or just finding something that is completely different from your usual daily movements is important. So if you have a desk job, take a walk. Or if you usually walk a lot or move a lot for work, then do something like Pilates or some weightlifting or biking, or just something completely different than what you normally do throughout the day. So just the idea of this video is just to move your body. Do something different. Find a way to move your body. This series is all about temple care, but I wanted to center the theme back to a much more bigger value of our spiritual care, so we can get caught up in the aesthetics and in the covetousness of posting on social media or just watching social media. Especially since I post pretty regularly, it's not easy for me to, even if you avoid watching certain things, because the flesh always wants to creep in. But growing in godliness is more important than the way you look or can look. 1 Timothy 4:7-8 says, "Rather, train yourself for godliness, for while bodily training is of some value, godliness is of value in every way, and it holds promise for the present life and also for the life to come." So let's look at our heart posture, ladies. Are we working out because we only want to take care of the opinion of men? Or do we want to do it because we want to honor the temple that Jesus gave us? So like I mentioned in the previous video, there's nothing bad about wanting to look toned or build your muscle, but why are you doing it? That might be something you need to pray over and speak to the Lord about, but just as a reminder, Jeremiah 1-5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet to the nations." The Lord has you here right now for a purpose, and the last thing he wants you to do is to be swept away from his will by the aesthetics on social media. And I'm gonna end it there. Given the fact that you made it up to this point of the video, I am assuming that you're just the girly who wants to cultivate a healthy routine to honor your temple. And if you're struggling with what to eat as a busy gal like me, I was there too, tap here to witness how I am currently balancing eating some protein and fiber with a busy schedule. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe for more videos like these. I'll see you guys next time. God bless you. Bye.